All right, welcome back to the Hoosier Cache Hunters. We are at this cache. We are looking for a micro in a cemetery. Now,
there's muggles.
Yeah, but they're way over there building. So, all right, this is, oh, Charlotte.
There's lots of poison ivy.
You see that?
Yes, I see that.
Oh, I see lots of poison ivy. You know what, Charlotte?
That would be a great
Tuesday tip. The first thing you need to know about poison ivy and caching is you have to have
closed-toed shoes.
Closed-toed shoes, cache shoes.
Not these. These.
So I'm going to change that. There.
Voila.
Voila. We're ready for caching. All right. After you have the proper footwear for caching, you have to know how to identify poison ivy. Now, in the spring is the easiest because poison ivy tends to be a really lush green instead of a dull grass green. So as you can see right here,
Right down there.
we have some poison ivy and we have some little stuff down here. Now, this cache is up under the fence. Now, I'm not just going to reach under there because I don't want to get poison ivy.
Me neither.
And so before I get into exactly how to identify poison ivy, I want to give you some tips. So shoes is the first one. Having closed-toed shoes, long socks, and pants, you will probably never get poison ivy. However, when you get home to take off the pants, you need to make sure your hands go down the inside of your pants and then you put them directly into the washing machine if you think you walked in poison ivy. I know I washed my cache pants after a poison ivy day where we walked into the woods because that's just a smart thing to do. The second thing is, in my cache bag, I always have a trash bag, and that's for several things. One is for CETO, cache in, trash out. The second thing is I use it if I don't have my gloves, and I put my hand in and I've done this. I really have.
And grab it.
The second thing you want to have in your cache bag is a good old pair of gloves. I have some that have the rubber. I have some that have the rubber. Okay, and again, if I think I touched poison ivy, I wash those. Now,
You think you have?
after if I think I accidentally touched poison ivy, let me show you another thing that I carry. I'm gonna walk back to my car. Now, in the back of my car, I always have several things just to help out. Kids gotta have stuff. So, number one, I have a diaper bag. Number two, I carry water. The second thing is, where is it? Is it up front? Did we move it?
Yeah.
I moved it. So she's getting it. We moved it because I thought I was going to take it out of the car.
Is this what you were talking about?
Yeah, Dawn dish soap. Now, poison ivy, if you don't know how poison ivy works, it's an oil that's on the leaf that reacts to our skin. Now, we all heard about Dawn dish soap being what nature, wildlife people use to degrease animals in case of oil spills. Well, it works on poison ivy. Cold water, wash your hands 3 times, really lather up the soap all the way up to your elbows, rinse off, repeat. What is it? Wash, lather, rinse, repeat. Do that 3 times and you probably will never get poison ivy. Do that within a minimal amount of time after you touch it and you're probably pretty good. Now, I will never say never.
You just
However,
did it twice.
more of the times I barely ever get poison ivy. I usually get poison ivy because I have touched a cat that walked through it. All right, how to identify poison ivy? How to identify poison ivy?
How to identify?
What is one rhyme that we know?
3 leaves, leave it be.
3 leaves of, no.
Leaves of 3, leave it be.
Leaves of 3, let it be. That's a golden rule. I lived by that for years. What's another one?
Berries of light, danger in sight.
Do they have fruit all year round?
No.
No, so that's not something we can always go by. What's another one?
Hairy vine, no friend of mine.
Hairy vine, no friend of mine. Now, poison ivy can climb up trees. There's other things that have hairy vines, but I'm thinking if it has a hairy vine, I'm not going to touch it. I've always heard rumors that you can get poison ivy from, even in the wintertime, touching the vine. I don't know if that's true. If someone knows that to be true, comment below.
I don't know. Hairy dope.
The other one is, the other thing is, the middle of the 3 leaves has a long stem. So, longer stem in the middle, leave it alone. Let me show you some examples. I'm going to do it over Charlotte's face here.
Stop doing it over my face. Do it over your face for once.
Alright, this is my 100% go-to on how to identify the poison ivy. An old Scout Ranger I used to work with a Boy Scout camp years and years ago gave me this visual, and it really stuck with me. So the center leaf, the one that has a stem in the middle, has thumbs on both sides. Sometimes it can have more than one thumb. Sometimes they don't have any thumbs. Most of the time they have thumbs. The outside leaves, here's the middle leaf. The inside is smooth on the side facing the middle leaf, and the thumbs are pointing to the outside of the plant. So, middle leaf, thumbs on both sides. Outside leaves, thumb facing away from the middle leaf, smooth on the inside. Now, I've come across poison ivy that doesn't follow, but if you follow the other guidelines of leaves of 3, long stem in the middle, maybe berries of white, hairy rope. So that's hairy vine. Now, that is our go-to on how to identify poison ivy. Hope it helps, really do. It's just luck and practice. This little girl walked through her summer camp a couple months or a month and a half ago and was pointing out poison ivy to her counselors. They didn't know what it was, but this girl did. How to take care of poison ivy? Completely separate story. The way that I do it is not the way a doctor would say, but it's a farmer, tried and true, tested, do it like this. But I'm not going to say because I don't want to get in trouble. So, thank you. Oops. Thank you for watching today's Tuesday tip. Make sure you give us a thumbs up, like, subscribe, hit that little bell, right? Hit the bell.
Yes.
For notifications, and share it. If you like it, share it with other new geocachers or even experienced geocachers. Hit the videos.
Anyone that doesn't know how recognize poison ivy.
Hit the videos, and we'll see you over in another adventure. Cache on. All right, the first thing.
No, we already did the first thing.